Hello, guys. Welcome back again. My name is Amit, and it's code time. So we are back again with another Lead Code Daily Challenge, and today's question is of easy level, and the name of the question is Diffuse the bomb. And so now let's start with the question. कि question क्या कहता है? Finally एक easy question भी आना शुरू हो गया. So you have a bomb to defuse, and your time is running out. Your informer will provide you with a circular array code of length n and a key k. तुम्हारे पास बेसिकली एक इंटीजर एरे होगा, ठीक है, और वो सर्कुलर टाइप का है. व्हेन वी से सर्कुलर एरे, उसका मतलब क्या होता है कि द लास्ट एलिमेंट इज नेबर टू द फर्स्ट एलिमेंट, राइट. दिस मीन्स कि जो आखिरी एलिमेंट है n-1 एलिमेंट है, दैट इज एडजेसेंट टू द जीरोथ एलिमेंट, राइट. ये ऐसे सर्कुलर फॉर्म में होता है. ओके. एंड वी हैव अ की के. टू डिक्रिप्ट द कोड यू मस्ट रिप्लेस एवरी नंबर. ऑल द नंबर्स आर रिप्लेस साइमल्टेनियसली. तो भाई एक कोड दिया हुआ है हमको, जो एरे दिया हुआ है, दैट इज बेसिकली कोड, एंड वी हैव टू डिक्रिप्ट दिस कोड. और हमें क्या करना है, हर एक नंबर को रिप्लेस करना है. कैसे करना है, दैट विल सी. If k is greater than 0, then replace the ith number with the sum of the next k numbers. अगर जो k दिया है आपको, that is positive, that is bigger than 0, then you have to replace the ith number with the sum of the next k numbers. अगले k numbers के sum से replace कर देना है ith number को, right? In a similar way, we have if k less than 0, replace the ith number with the sum of the previous k numbers. तो अगर k less than 0 है, k नेगेटिव है, इसका मतलब जो प्रीवियस k एलिमेंट्स थे, उनका सम जो लोगे वो तुम ith इंडेक्स पे रख दोगे. सो विल रिप्लेस द ith एलिमेंट बाय द सम ऑफ द प्रीवियस k एलिमेंट्स. ओके. एंड इफ k is 0, रिप्लेस द ith नंबर विद 0. अगर k 0 है तो हर एक नंबर को 0 से रिप्लेस कर दो, राइट. तो ये सिंपल सी बात है. द प्रीवियस, अगर तुम k 0 लेते हो, द सम ऑफ द नेक्स्ट के नंबर्स ले लो, चाहे सम ऑफ प्रीवियस के एलिमेंट्स ले लो, दैट इज 0, क्योंकि तुमको एलिमेंट ले ही रहे हो. दैट्स व्हाई विल रिप्लेस एवरी नंबर विद 0. तो हमारे पास ये तीन कंडीशंस दी हुई है. एज कोड इज सर्कुलर, द नेक्स्ट एलिमेंट ऑफ कोड n-1 इज कोड 0, एंड द प्रीवियस एलिमेंट ऑफ कोड 0 इज कोड n-1. जैसे कि हमने कहा था कि these two elements are basically neighbor to each other, they are adjacent to each other, तभी ये सर्कुलर एरे बनता है. Given the circular array code, an integer k, return the decrypted code to defuse the bomb. So you have to basically decrypt the code. तुम्हें basically यही ऑपरेशन चला के देखना है, and you have to return the final array, right? By replacing every number by either the next k, some of the next k numbers, or the previous k numbers, or with 0, right? Let's go to the test cases. We have 5, 7, 1, 4, and k is 3. So k is positive, right? If k is positive, what we have to do? We have to replace the ith number with the sum of the next k numbers, right? So let's come to the 5, the first element. हमारे पास 5 है. So we'll replace 5 with the next sum of the next three numbers, right? 7 plus 1 plus 4. What? It's 12, right? 7 plus 1, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. So we have 12. Then we get 7. So the sum of the next three numbers is what? 1, 4, and 5. Remember, these two are neighbors, right? So 1 plus 4 is what? 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. So we have 10 here. Then we get to 1. So the next three numbers are what? 4, 5, and 7. Sum of these numbers is what? 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. So we have 16 here. Then we finally go to 4. Then the next three numbers are what? 5, 7, and 1. Sum of these numbers is what? 13. So this is our final decrypted array code, right? Let's go to the second test case. We have case 0. Since k is 0, what we'll do? We'll replace every number with 0 itself. So we'll get what? We'll get an array filled of zeros, right? Then we go to final test case. We have what? 2, 4, 9, 3. And k is minus 2. So since k is negative, what we have to do? We have to replace every number with the sum of the previous k elements, right? So what we'll do? We'll replace every number, every ith number with the sum of the previous two numbers, right? So let's start with 2. Now for 2, the previous two elements are what? Since we know that this element 3 is basically neighbor to 2, right? It's the neighbor to 2. So we want previous elements. So for previous elements, those will be 9 and 3. So for 2, the previous two elements would be 9 and 3. So 9 plus 3 is what? 12. So we get 12. Then we go to 4. Now for 4, the previous two elements are what? 2 and 3. So what we'll get? 2 plus 3 is what? 5. So we see 5. Then we come to 9. The previous two elements are 2 and 4. The sum is 6. We have 6. Then finally, we have 3. For 3, the previous two elements are 4 and 9. And the sum of these numbers is what? 4 plus 9 is 13. So the final array that we get is 12, 5, 6, and 13. So in this way, we are going to, proceed. So they have given the test case for all the possible values of k for negative, positive, and 0. So I think that the explanation of the question and test case is very clear. Let's go to the constraints. So n is equal to code.length. Okay, nice. The size of the array can go up to 100. The values inside the array can also go up to 100 starting from 1. And the value of k can range from minus n minus 1 to basically n minus 1. So this basically the window size can range from n minus 1 elements to up to minus n minus 1. So minus of n minus 1 means what? means we have to take the sum of the previous n minus 1 numbers, and n minus 1 means we have to take the sum of the next n minus 1 numbers, right? So this is the range of our k, right? Okay, let's go to the the brute force approach. Ki how do we solve this problem good in the most naive manner? सबसे पहले directly the first thought that comes to mind is ki choose an index, choose an index. Okay, I hope everyone is able to see what I'm writing on the screen. Okay, so choose an index, then just iterate over next k elements. सिंपल सी बात है. सो अगर मान लो कि ये नेगेटिव है तो क्या करना है? नेक्स्ट या फिर प्रीवियस लिख सकते हो. ओके, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द वैल्यू ऑफ के हम या तो अगले के नंबर्स का सम लेंगे या तो प्रीवियस के नंबर्स का सम लेते जाएंगे. तो व्हाट विल डू, विल चूज एन इंडेक्स. लेट्स से मैंने i इक्वल टू 0 चूज कर लिया, तो उसके अगर मान लो k लेस देन 0 है तो उसके पहले के एलिमेंट्स थे उनका सम लेते जाओगे, और इन केस अगर मान लो k पॉजिटिव है देन वी विल टेक द सम ऑफ द नेक्स्ट k नंबर्स, राइट? सो इसमें क्या है, व्हाट विल डू, चूज एन इंडेक्स and then iterate over the next k elements, either next k elements or the previous k elements. The time complexity of this approach will what? The time taken would be what? It will be, we are choosing every index, and then for every index we are running a loop k times for getting the sum of the next k numbers. So time complexity would be what? N into k, and we can see कि actually में k चल सकता है. Okay, यहाँ पर k is basically positive. We are talking about the absolute value. We are not talking about the negative value. Okay, time complexity is never negative. Okay, so we can see 100 into 100 in the worst case. It's still going to work. It's 10 to the power of 4. It's easily going to pass. So if you want to try out the brute force solution, it will work seamlessly and not a problem with it. Okay. But this is not the most optimized one, right? Everyone here knows that कि ये सबसे optimized नहीं है. It's a very, a modification of famous problem of sliding window, right? It's a sliding window of size k. So we're just going to slide the window of size k either in the forward direction if the k is positive, or in the backward direction if the k is negative, and vice versa. Okay, that is how we'll go on, right? So we just need to do a 2 pointers. The optimized approach is what? Use 2 pointers to maintain the sum of the window. Okay, whatever window we are talking about, right? So we just want to maintain 2 pointers, and using these 2 pointers we can directly get the sum of the previous k elements or the next k elements depending upon the value of k. Okay, so now we'll directly go and try to implement this approach, and then we'll talk about the space and time complexity of this approach. Okay, so I'll just copy these comments. Okay, V, caps lock is on. Okay, so I hope everyone is able to see my screen. Okay, first of all we need the size of the array, code.size. Okay, and okay, then we need what? We need a answer variable, a vector basically, and that will store our answer. And the size of this array by default will be what? 0, since would be n, right? So I'll just zoom in. Okay, so basically we need n numbers, right? We're going to replace every number. That's why my final array is going to be of size n. Okay, right. Now we'll just write the conditions. If k is 0, then not a problem. We have already initialized the array with zeros, right? So if the value of k is 0, we have to replace every number with 0, and we can directly see that our array has been initialized with values of 0, so we can directly return this vector, right? Okay, then comes our second condition. If k is negative, means we have to take the sum of the previous k elements, right? So what I'll do, I'll just take the absolute value of k, because I now know कि we have to take the sum of the previous k elements. मुझे पता है कि k नेगेटिव है, तो दिस मीन्स कि मुझे हर बार पिछले k एलिमेंट्स का सम लेते रहना है, राइट? सो हम ऐसे स्टार्ट करेंगे. अच्छा, ये ध्यान दो, फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे कि मैं थोड़ा इसको जूम आउट करता हूं. यहां पर देखो, जब k नेगेटिव था, ठीक है, और मुझे मान लो इस वाले एलिमेंट के लिए आंसर चाहिए, 2 वाले एलिमेंट के लिए आंसर चाहिए, ठीक है, तो मैंने क्या किया था, मुझे 9 और 3 लेने पड़े थे. तो बेसिकली अगर 0 एलिमेंट से तुम आंसर स्टार्ट करने वाले हो, अपने स्टोर करने वाले हो, तो वी हैव टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम व्हाट? n माइनस के इंडेक्स. ये क्या है? n माइनस के. बेसिकली 9 माइनस के, 9 और 3, 9 का इंडेक्स क्या है? इट विल बी व्हाट? 2. तो 4 माइनस 2 इज व्हाट? 2. सो बेसिकली तुम्हारा जो विंडो स्टार्ट होता है वो n माइनस के से स्टार्ट होता है इस केस में, एंड देन वील मूव फॉरवर्ड, राइट? दोनों ही केस में हम फॉरवर्ड मूव करेंगे. बस फर्क इतना है कि जो इनिशियलाइजेशन है के का, जो इनिशियल वैल्यू ऑफ जो आई और जे पॉइंटर है, वो अलग अलग होगा. अगर के पॉजिटिव होगा तो हम आई और जे को 1 से स्टार्ट करेंगे, और अगर हमारा के नेगेटिव होगा तो हम उसको n माइनस के से स्टार्ट करेंगे, बिकॉज हम प्रीवियस विंडो को देख रहे हैं, राइट? ओके, इधर आते हैं. What? I'll just zoom in again. Int I equal to n minus k, and j is also equal to n minus k, and I'll declare a sum variable that will store my sum. And also I want pointer variable. This c is basically for storing the elements. Okay, this is basically for storing elements, as well as it's also used for counting the number of operations जो हमने अभी तक कर लिए हैं, right? This c will also keep a track of कि हमने अभी तक कितनी बार विंडो को चलाया है, right? एंड बेसिकली हमें ये विंडो n टाइम्स को चलानी है. सो व्हाट विल डू, सबसे पहली विंडो का सम निकाल लो. व्हाइल j is less than n, sum is what, sum plus equal to nums of what, nums of j and j plus plus. Okay, then we come outside and we'll just start our loop while c is less than n. So basically we have to perform this operation n times. So what we'll do, answer of c would be equal to what, this would be equal to current sum, the value of whatever the value of the sum is. Then what we'll do, we'll subtract the window starting, and we'll add the next element in the window, right? So we need to subtract what? Okay, this is basically code, I think, right? Okay, code, and then we come here. Okay, I think, yeah, okay. What we'll do, code I modulo n. This modulo is what? This modulo is basically, let's say कि तुम्हारा जो I है और J है, that will go beyond n, right? Simple सी बात है. जिस तरीके से क्वेश्चन बनाया गया है, we already know कि pointers will reach the value of n and it will go far beyond that. Since we need कि indexes 0 से n minus 1 की range में रहे, that's why we'll keep on taking the mod with n, right? Okay. Then what we do, we add the next value in the window. Okay, this for subtracting the last, the first most element of the window. Okay, because we need to shift our window towards right. Okay, हमें forward move करना है, right? And what we'll do now, we'll just I plus plus, j plus plus, and c plus plus. And this is for k less than 0, right? This is for k less than 0. And we'll return our answer after this. Now we have this last case. Last case is basically when k is positive. What we'll do, as I said, that we'll start from 1. Okay, both of these values will start from 1. क्योंकि अब क्या है, हमें नेक्स्ट के नंबर लेने. जब हम 0 पे थे प्रीवियस के एलिमेंट्स के लिए, हम यहाँ से पीछे से स्टार्ट करते हैं. अब हम यहाँ पर हैं और वी हैव टू टेक द के पॉजिटिव, तो हम फॉरवर्ड के डायरेक्शन में देखेंगे, राइट? अगेन सम वुड बी इक्वल टू 0 एंड सी वुड बी इक्वल टू 0. सबसे पहले के एलिमेंट्स का सम निकाल लेते हैं. जे लेस देन इक्वल टू के. ओके, अगर किसी को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि हमने यहाँ पर n माइनस के से क्यों डिफाइन किया था और यहाँ पर ये लूप n तक क्यों चला है, और इन सिमिलर वे यहाँ पर j लेस देन इक्वल टू के क्यों चला, तो रिमेंबर वन थिंग, remember this, the number of elements in sub array I comma j is j minus I plus 1. तो अगर तुम इनका डिफरेंस लेके देखोगे ना, तो यहाँ पर अगर j की वैल्यू k तक पहुंच गई तो k माइनस 1 प्लस 1 क्या होगा, k. तो बेसिकली k एलिमेंट्स कंप्लीट हो रहे हैं. दैट इज वाई, राइट? व्हाट विल डू, हम जस्ट सम को ऐड करते हैं. सम प्लस इक्वल टू व्हाट, code of j and j plus plus. Then we come out of this loop and we start the second loop. While c is less than n, answer of c is what? It's sum. Then we'll decrease the previous value, code of I mod n. Okay, and sum plus equal to what? Code of j mod n. And again we'll update all our three variables. Okay, and that is all. We have covered all the three cases, right? First of all, when k is 0, we have to return directly all the array filled with zeros. Then if k is negative, we have to look at the sum of the previous k elements. So this starts from n minus k, and this is how it works. Then we go to the final case where k is positive. In case of k positive, we have to look towards the next k numbers, right? और इस तरीके से हम सम निकालेंगे, and finally when all these operations are ended, they are over, we return our answer array, right? Now let's try to run this piece of code. Okay, so we can see that it passes the sample test case. सब पे चला के देखते हैं. Okay. Okay, so we can see that our code passes all the test cases. Although it was a very easy question, so time complexity और space complexity भी discuss कर लेते हैं. The time complexity of this approach is directly as every one of you can guess very easily. It's two pointers and every ij moves forward in one direction. So basically every index is basically covered by two pointers at max. So basically time complexity becomes what? It's order n, right? Time complexity of this approach is what? It's order n. Okay. And what about the space complexity? Okay. So I have been repeating this thing again and again. We know that we do not count the space used by the target variable or the final variable that we are going to return in the space. So since अगर मैंने यहाँ पर एक आंसर array declare किया है, that is the size of n, this should not be included in the space complexity because this is an unnecessary evil, right? This is a necessary evil. हमें ये array बनाना ही पड़ेगा. Why? Because हमको return ही कराना है array. That's why ये एक necessary evil है. इसको तो तुम्हें use करना ही पड़ेगा. That's why this will not contribute toward the actual space complexity because this array is not a part of the algorithm. This is not a part of the pre-processing or anything else, right? That's why leaving this array out, we only have declared some variables n, k, and ij. So I think the space becomes what? Space becomes order 1. It's a constant space algorithm. And this is actually the most optimized solution for this. So I think this was not a very difficult problem, very easy problem to tackle. And I hope you like the explanation. I hope you like the problem. You like the code part. If you do like, then do like, share, subscribe, and comment. Follow me on LinkedIn and Instagram. Those links will be in the description. You can also join our WhatsApp community channel and the Telegram channel for daily updates. And we'll meet again tomorrow with another Code Daily Challenge. Till then, bye bye guys. Happy coding. Keep grinding. Keep practicing. Bye.